Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, here's the thing, guys. Self inquiry practice is the self sufficient practice. This is the practice that will help us to understand the relative world, the functioning world, as well as to figure out the truth of who we are. This practice gives us both. However, we are not able to align ourselves with this practice. It's because the practice is so simple and straightforward. Definitely, when you are being part of the journey, there is a friction, but still, it's simple and straightforward. But this practice is always overlooked. Why? Because we are conditioned in a way that we think that we have to work hard to make things happen. And this kind of perception is coming because of the relative world, functioning world. When you are being part of the world, notice we are pushing ourselves to make things happen, right? We're working hard. And yes, we're making things in the world from that approach. And because of that movement, that experience, we have this ingrained belief in us that to figure out the plain sight truth, we have to work hard. The perception is, there that we have to work hard for the spiritual enlightenment as well. But this is, simply not true. Yes, we have to put enough effort, but we don't have to struggle. We don't have to have the path so complex and sophisticated. The simple journey, which is self-inquiry, can help us, give us freedom within and outside. But we are not trusting. Again, this not trusting the simple path is because of that mentality. And also, in the world, in the name of spirituality, spirituality itself is providing so much fun. We can see there are luring of fun in the name of spirituality, and we just, give in to that. We listen to that. Why? Because the ego self loves to be entertained. Ego self is, love to be part of the fun. And because of that, we are not able to anchor in simplicity and be part of the simplicity. And also, the real inward journey, the self-inquiry journey, is about disengaging ourselves from the fun just enough so that we can, be part of the inquiry approach in looking into our mind and dismantling the mind. And when it comes to dismantling the mind, ego self don't want it, because the whole enlightenment path is about dissolving the ego self. See, there's a contradiction, Ego self loves the spirituality, but to some extent, but it doesn't want to dissolve its existence. That's why the ego doesn't want to be a part of the real spirituality, only want to be part of the superficial spiritual path, just in the name of label. Ego self itself comes out and, look, I'm spiritual. That itself is the ego. So, until we be part of the self-inquiry practice and be thorough in understanding the nature of the mind and dissolve the mind altogether by seeing the plain sight truth, the inner conflict and fear within will continue. And from that, the life is already moving from that, and the suffering is already there, and the suffering will continue. That means we are suffering from our own habitual pattern. We are imprisoning ourselves in that world. But there's a little, willingness to be free. But to make that freedom happen, make it real, we really have to, choose the path that help us set us free. And self-inquiry is the path. I'm telling you, self-inquiry is the self-sufficient path, will make you free inside and out, you know. So that's my 2 cents in this video, you know. And the reason people are not able to not able to be part of this practice is because right now, you know, people are having fun in some other stuff. But when you step back and ask yourself, am I free? Are all the other practices helping me to be free from my inner conflict and fear for good? Just not momentary, for good. When we have this self-reflectory moment happening, then from there we realize that it's not working. When we see nothing is working, then we can really, you know, step back and be, you know, aligned with this humble approach, self-inquiry approach, and that will make you free, my friend. Okay, so self-sufficient approach is already there. You know, it's free in the first place. It's the minimum effort. And, you know, yeah, come back to that practice and see for yourself how powerful this practice is. Anyway, yeah, you know, incorporate this practice and see what happens. And if you have been part of this journey with me, this channel, keep dismantling the mind, and your thoroughness will set you free, my friend. And I always say this, but just to reinforce again, it will set you free. You will set yourself free. Just be thorough in dismantling. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you're okay. Take care for now. Bye.